Hey guys, and welcome back to the Peteytown Piranhas, a college football 26 team builder dynasty. In this episode, we're going to be taking on Missouri, Texas A&M, and then traveling for an out-of-conference game against Baylor. Update on some recruiting before we head into the games. Trevin Fouts is in first place for us over Texas, and we're going to add a house call hard sell for him. For wide receiver Derek Wall, we're also in first place over Texas for him. We don't have his hard sell, so we're doing a double soft sell for him. At the moment, not getting a lot of challenge for Femi Kiki, and we are going to have even more of a separation as we have his hard sell. On the other hand, things not looking so good for Zach Butler, as Ohio State and Penn State are above us for him. And we have a double soft sell working, but we'll see if that has any impact in this battle. Notre Dame is trailing us for Tommy Hargrave, and they're going to be trailing even more because he gave us his hard sell right off the bat. Running into a little bit of deal-breaker trouble with Delonte Roseboom, as our playing style is not up to his standard, but we're close enough where hopefully we can just get that back up for him. Dan Huddock is going to be getting the full 50-point treatment as we're behind North Carolina and Clemson for him, but we do have him on his hard sell. We have Steve Sharp in first place over Boston College, and we only have him on 30 points as we're spreading points around with other guys, but we have him on a DM player and conference legend soft sell. Same thing goes here for Malachi Doyle, as we have him on a soft sell at the moment with the points that we're spreading out, and he also has social media attached. After seeing how our pass defense was looking against NC State and LSU, I decided to make a few little tweaks to try to help out with that. And the tweak I'm making is a small one, but it's going to be Andy Wilkins is going to stay on the outside with Johnny Whitaker. And instead of Andy in the slot, I'm going to have Jadarius Fattencoon in the slot. It's time to host the Missouri Tigers, and they're 76 overall and 2-1 record at the Piranha Tank. And hopefully we can continue our early season momentum in this game. Both defenses start this game with stops, so we're out here for the second time as we're going to hand it to Elijah Addison. He's going to get around the edge very nicely and get it to the 32. Third down and 4 for the Peteytown Piranhas. And Byron Talib is going to drop back, and he's going to throw it over the middle to an open man, and we're going to get past the 50. Third down and inches for the Peteytown Piranhas. A man is being left wide open on the right, but we're going to send him in motion into the play anyway. And we're going to get it out to Max Martino, and he's going to get the first down easily. Pop pass, and we're going to hit Max Martino, and he's sprinting towards the end zone, and he is going to get in there, and the Peteytown Piranhas are going to take the 7-0 lead. Following our touchdown, our defense gets another stop on Missouri, so we're out here again. Elijah Addison getting the carry, and he's going to get 4. Byron Talib over the middle is going to find a man. Just nice anticipation on that throw to Andre Dimukeji. A couple of Elijah runs get us 4 yards, and it's third down and 6 for the Piranhas. Byron Talib, and he's going to drop back, throw it to the sideline, and it's going to be caught for the first down. Elijah Addison getting the carry. He's going to push forward for the first down. Power O, Elijah Addison is going to get through. Elijah making a spin move, and he's going to get it inside the 10-yard line. Nice run by Elijah Addison. Trying to stretch with Elijah Addison. He's going to get around the edge, and Elijah Addison is in the end zone for the Peteytown Piranhas, and we're going to go up 14-0. Our defense just mounting stops against Missouri as they got another one, but our offense is on 3rd and 7. Byron Talib throwing one to an open man, and he's got it for the first down. Third down and 5 for the Peteytown Piranhas. Byron Talib dropping back, throwing it outside, and it's going to be knocked away. Josh Rudadaria coming out for a 50-yard field goal attempt. He's going to put it up, and he's got plenty of leg and good accuracy on that field goal, and the Peteytown Piranhas are going to go up 17-0. Over the middle, their man is open and has plenty for the first down. Third down and 11 for Missouri. Nobody in the middle of the field for the Piranhas. And he's going to look around, and he got confused by our coverage, and that allowed Raymond Willies to get into the backfield for the sack. And we're going to hit Jamal Tavares out of the backfield. He's going to break a tackle and get it to the 44-yard line. Byron Talib dropping back and throwing one, but it is going to be intercepted by a Missouri player. Looks like a defensive lineman in coverage that seems to have fooled Byron Talib, and Missouri is going to get the ball with on their 37-yard line. Throwing it to his man, and it's going to be a nice pass from their quarterback to get it across the 50. Big blitz from the Piranhas, and they're going to throw this one outside, and it is going to be intercepted out there. And now we got a clear lane to bring it all the way back, and Johnny Whitaker will do just that. He reads the quarterback extremely well there, and Johnny Whitaker is going to bring it back for a big touchdown, and we're going to go up 24-0 on the Missouri Tigers. Missouri opens the second half with possession, and they're on a 3rd down and 3. And he is looking, throwing over the middle. He's going to make the leaping catch to get it to the 46. Play action over the middle. He's going to make a leaping catch in front of Bruce Tolbert. After that chunk pass play, it's 3rd down and 7 for Missouri. They're going to drop back. He's going to try a deep one to the end zone, and that is Andy Wilkins on the coverage. 40-yard field goal attempt for Missouri to put themselves on the board. And he's going to put this one up. And it is good, so Missouri is going to go with the field goal, and they're going to get 24-3 score. Elijah Addison is sprinting through and making a nice juke move to get the 1st down. Byron Talib over the middle is going to get the completion, and that'll be Jamal Tavares, and he's going to get into their territory. 3rd down and 7 for the Peteytown Piranhas. Byron Talib is going to drop back. There's a big blitz coming from Missouri. He's going to get it outside. That's going to make it a 4th down and 2. We're electing to go with the field goal attempt for Josh Grudadaria for 54 yards. Josh is going to put this one up, and it is wide to the right, it looks like, so we're not going to get any points out of that drive. After the missed field goal, our defense gets a 3-and-out on Missouri, so we're out here on offense again, and Elijah Addison's got some space and a broken tackle as he gets it past their 50-yard line. Max Martino out in space, and he's got blocking and a lot of black turf in front of him as Max Martino is separating, and he gets it all the way down to the 1-yard line as they bring him down just before he gets in. Max Martino sets us up in beautiful position on the 1-yard line, and we are going to throw a quick slant out there. Byron Talib just throws it over their guys, and Clayton Toon is in the end zone for the Peteytown Piranhas to make it 31-3. Off the play action, RPO, it's going to be a slant for 1st down. Over the middle, their man is getting around us, and he's going to get it all the way to the 49-yard line. And we're going to get in there and hit him hard in the backfield for a sack by Raymond Willies. Raymond Willies makes it 3rd down and 13 for Missouri. And they are going to drop back. We send 4, and he gets hit as he throws, but he finds an open man, but we stop him before he gets to the 1st down marker. See if we can stop him here on 4th down and 4. Missouri's going to drop back. He's going to launch a deep ball, and we're there step for step, and it's going to be overthrown, and we're going to get the 4th down stop. 3rd down and 3 for the Peteytown Piranhas. And Byron Talib dropping back, throws it quickly, and he's going to hit Dwayne Mentor for the 1st down. Elijah Addison getting the carry. Good blocking up front gives him a big hole to run through. A couple runs only get 3 yards for Elijah Addison as it's 3rd down and 7. Byron Talib is going to drop back. They send some pressure, but we're going to get it to Max Martino, and he's got a 1st down inside their 5. Byron Talib throwing a slant, and that's going to get Dwayne Mentor free for the touchdown as the Peteytown Piranhas are going to go up 38-3, And with the last 5:48, I'm going to let the backups come in and finish this one out. So the Peteytown Piranhas are going to get this 38-3 victory over Missouri, and really the result was never in question as we took care of business nicely in this one. Just an all-around effort for the team. Great job defense, great job offense, outside of that one interception from Byron, and we can feel pretty good going into our next matchup. The Piranhas were able to get 379 yards while Missouri got 195. Had 145 yards on the ground and a touchdown, while they had -5. Passing-wise, we had 234 yards to their 200, while we were 7 of 11 on third down to their 3 of 11. And we managed to win the turnover battle as Mizzou had 2 and we had 1. Byron Talib with a solid day with 229 yards, 3 touchdowns, and that interception by their defensive lineman, and he wasn't sacked today. Elijah Addison had 25 carries, 133 yards, and 1 touchdown. For receiving, Max Martino had 9 for 125 and a touchdown, while Dwayne Mentor had 6 for 41 and a touchdown. And then we scroll down as Clayton Toon had 2 for 7 and that red zone touchdown. On defense, Enrique Moultrie had 9 tackles with 1 for a loss. For sacks on the day, Enrique Moultrie had 1, while Lee Pisagnan had 1, and Raymond Willies and Artis Rousseau and Danny Gage each had 1, and we had half a sack from Connor Stevens. We all remember that pick 6 by Johnny Whitaker that he returned 63 yards. Then with the backups, Danny Gage got a forced fumble on his sack, and that was recovered by Vernon Hicks. Josh Rudadaria missed a long field goal today, but he was able to hit a 50-yarder. And thanks in large part to that pick 6, Johnny Whitaker was the SEC Defensive Player of the Week. So very important game against Texas A&M coming up, as we got Danny Burden in his top 3, and he's coming for a visit. And he's going to be pairing that visit with Greg Proctor. And we really need this one to go well if we're going to have any chance at these guys. Jeff Stead has entered his top 5 as we're ahead of Clemson and Ohio State, and he's got a hard sell with us. As for Kevin Minor, we're ahead of Notre Dame, but we don't have quite enough info to get his hard sell, so we're double soft selling on these. After double soft selling Derek Wall, we have a very nice lead over Baylor for him, and the double soft sell led to us realizing aspirational goals was his hard sell. Not looking great for Zach Butler, as Ohio State and Penn State are above us, and they have visits and higher pipeline tiers. The only thing we were able to change was that we have his hard sell, so just going to see this one to the end to see what happens. Brian Avila is in his top 3, and we're hoping that he makes a decision before Week 9 for Ole Miss's visit there. Still not getting any challenge for Brian Ezeki, and we are going to have him on a double soft sell, and of course we'd like it to be Sunday player, but we don't mind that as long as nobody tries to go after him like they currently aren't. We got Delonte Roseboom's playing style back, so we're able to put points back onto him as we're going to have his soft sell. Unfortunately, the hard sell wasn't able to get us in position for Dan Huddick, and I think at this point I'm just going to let this battle go. So after realizing that Dan Huddick wasn't really a feasible option for us, I went back to Brian Avila and gave him a Week 8 visit, so we'll see if we can use that to our advantage if it comes to that. Also, with those extra points for Delonte Roseboom, we've upgraded him to a hard sell for his clocked-in sell, and we added 5 points for social media just because we had the 5 extra points, so might as well use it there to try to help him get back in this battle. Now it's time to hit the field for this important game against the Texas A&M Aggies with their 84 overall and 3-1 record. And we all know the stakes for this one, so let's jump into it. On the first drive of the game, Texas A&M is on a 3rd down and 9, and they're dropping back, throwing a strike over the middle, and he's got it in front of us for the first down and much more. Trying out a screen pass here, and he's going to get the blocking he needs, and he's met on our side of the 50. Throwing a dart to the outside, and it's going to stick to his receiver's hands at the 25-yard line. Inside our red zone, it's 3rd down and 3 for the Aggies. We're sending a blitz. He's going to throw, and it's going to be caught, and he's going to get into the end zone. Just a beautiful throw from their quarterback over his receiver's shoulders, and he's going to catch it and make it a 7-0 game. After Texas A&M opened with their touchdown, they got us off the field on a 3-and-out, and we're trying to do the same here as they're on 3rd and 4, but we will not do so as they get the first down. And they are going to get their man splitting us up the middle for the first down. 3rd down and 8 for Texas A&M, and he is going to drop back. We send a blitz, and it doesn't get there quite quick enough, but it does force the quick throw to stop them from getting the first down. Up the middle, Elijah Addison's got some space to work with, and he is going to get marked for the first down. RPO, we're going to hit Max Martino quickly. He gets by their defender and gets it across the 50. Hand off Elijah Addison, and he's going to get a nice gain past their 30, really on the 30. Addison throwing over to Max Martino on the drag, and he's going to get into their red zone. Throwing it outside here, and we're going to hit our man Andre Dimukeji to get to the 5. Elijah Addison throwing the slant, and it's going to be caught nicely by Clayton Tune, and he's right next to the end zone. Off the RPO, Dwayne Mentor is going to be wide open in the end zone, and the Peteytown Piranhas are going to tie up this game, and it's going to be 7-7. Outside handoff, Connor Stevens is in the backfield again as he gets a 5-yard loss. Throwing it over to his man, and he has separated from the defense, and we knock him out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Hand off to their back, and he is slicing through the middle of our defense to get it to the 49. 3rd down and 6 for the Aggies. And they are going to drop back. We send our 4. They're going to throw a quick slant route, and it's going to be the first down. 3rd down and 5 for Texas A&M. Got 5 guys on the line here, and they're going to run a read option around it, and we were not looking forward to that. And they are going to get it right outside of our red zone. Handing off to the running back, and he's going to push forward to make it 3rd and short. 3rd down and 1, a QB sneak situation for Texas A&M. And they are going to take it, and they are going to get it. 3rd down and 6 for Texas A&M. Bunch to the left on this formation. He's going to fake it over there, and he's going to throw it out to his receiver, and we had some coverage, but he is going to make the contested catch on Johnny Whitaker in the end zone, and Texas A&M is going to take a touchdown lead. Byron Talib throwing one out to Max Martino, and he's going to get 9. To the outside, Max Martino again, and he's running up the sideline to the 49. Byron Talib throwing one, and it's going to be a post, and it is caught, and it is going to be Clayton Tune getting into the end zone. What a strike from the Peteytown Piranhas. Clayton Tune making a huge play there. It is going to give Texas A&M a little time to work with, try to put some more on the board before the end of the half, but you just can't fault that when you have the opportunity to take it. Clayton Tune burning 2 guys there, and we're going to tie up this ball game. Texas A&M dropping back. He's going to fire one over the middle, and it's going to be knocked out, and it's going to be intercepted by Lee Pasagnan, who was out there in coverage. Huge hit by our safety, jars it loose, and Lee Pasagnan just out of nowhere in the right place at the right time, and the Peteytown Piranhas are going to get this ball on the 38-yard line of Texas A&M. Byron throwing over the middle again. Isaiah Matlock is going to get the first down, and we take a timeout. No timeouts remaining for the Piranhas with 41 seconds left. Byron Talib is looking. He's going to throw one over the middle for Dwayne Mentor, who got it in front of their zones. And Byron Talib looking to run a play here as we're at 20 seconds left in the half. Byron going to throw over the middle, but it is intercepted right back by Texas A&M. Trying to force one into Clayton Tune there. Probably wants that one back. I mean, he definitely wants that one back, as that just wasn't what we needed there. We were in golden opportunity to score there, and we just gave it away. So kind of disappointing end there to the half with the interception, but we will start the second half on offense. And Elijah Addison's got a nice run and some blocking downfield until they finally bring him down. Elijah's going to get a nice hole, a nice juke move, and he's running away from their guys as he breaks another tackle and gets it inside the 30. And we're going to do a hitch out there for Kelvin. Third down in inches, really crowding that line here. And Byron is just going to throw out of it. He had our flat, but instead he went to the covered guy, and we're going to have to settle for a field goal as Josh Grudadaria comes on for the 37-yard attempt. And he puts it up, and it is good, but there's a flag as Texas A&M has roughed our kicker. So we had one of those earlier this season that helped us get a scoring drive, and now we're hoping that it does it again as there's another roughing the kicker, and we are going to have it on the 10. After that penalty, Byron Talib setting up in the empty backfield. He's going to take it up the middle. Byron Talib fighting to try to get in the end zone, and he will. The Texas A&M defender stood him up, and he wasn't going anywhere. Then all of a sudden from behind, he got a push from the Piranhas on the offensive line, and we are going to get into the end zone to make it 21-14, and that penalty helps us wash out the disappointment from the end of the first half with the turnover. Double play action, and they're going to find a man wide open, and they are going to get it to the 47. That play, it's either a sack or a huge play for the offense, and there's really no in between. Throwing over the middle to an open man, and he's going to get hit and fumbles, and we're going to pick it up. Johnny Whitaker is the man on the spot recovering the fumble. Their receiver was trying to reach for it, maybe trying to see if they can get a first down out of it, and instead we're going to hit the ball out and get the fumble, and we're starting this drive right at the 50-yard line. Lee Pasagnan is the one getting credited with that forced fumble. Just a huge play by him, and we are just going to take this one over now. And it's going to be a pop pass, and Byron Talib didn't see the defender. He really loves throwing that pop pass, as we usually do, but this time Texas A&M had a defender right in the way, and Byron Talib is going to throw his second interception of the game. Up the middle, their running back has a huge burst of acceleration, trying to juke out of the way, and he gets it all the way to the 25. So after we give the ball right back to him, Texas A&M, like a bolt of lightning, is down to the 25. Just outside of our red zone now after that big run. It's 3rd and 7 for Texas A&M. Pressure up the middle, and he is going to throw a wobbler. 38-yard field goal attempt for Texas A&M, and they are going to put this one up. And it is bouncing off the upright, but there's a flag as the Peteytown Piranhas are going to get flagged now for roughing the kicker. That's the second one of this game, and it's the first time in a long time that I can remember that the Peteytown Piranhas have done it. It's going to be called on Lee Pasagnan. Throwing it outside, their man is going to get it in the end zone as he had a nice out route there to separate from us. And after the roughing the kicker, Texas A&M is going to tie it, which really stinks because they had missed that field goal, so we were going to get out of it unscathed. But instead, the penalty is going to allow Texas A&M to roar back and tie this one up. Max Martino making this catch on the out route, and he is going to get a first down. Out to Max Martino again, and he's going to get the first down and get it across the 50. Over the middle, it's going to be Clayton Toon making another big play in this ball game for us. Throwing it again underneath, and Dwayne Mentor had plenty of space as nobody was really on him. Byron Talib looking, throwing outside to an open Max Martino in the end zone, and after Texas A&M took advantage of a penalty by us, our offense marched right down the field easily, and we're going to go back on top 28-21. Trying a power O, and he gets hit up by his offensive line, but he's able to get out of there for a nice chunk play. Over the middle now, his man is open behind our lower zones and in the middle and right under our deep zones, and he's going to get a nice chunk. Throwing it outside, and we are going to get this interception. He tried to hit his man on a deep route, and we undercut it so well with John Woodhead, and we are going to get this ball back and prevent them from scoring after they were putting together a nice drive in response to us. And Elijah Addison taking the power O play for the first down. 3rd down and 5 for the Peteytown Piranhas. And Byron Talib is going to drop back, throw the slant, and it is going to be 2 men on Clayton Toon, but they can't do anything with that as he makes the catch anyway. Throwing this one out to Elijah Addison, who makes a nice juke for 9 yards. 3rd down and 1 for the Peteytown Piranhas. Byron Talib dropping back, throwing it, and it's going to be Clayton Toon on the slant route. And here is going to be an RPO post pattern to Andre Dimukeji, and he's going to get it all the way down to the 15-yard line. 3rd down and 10 for the Peteytown Piranhas. Byron Talib dropping back, throwing it outside to Max Martino, who stays in bounds, and Max Martino is in the end zone for the touchdown for the Peteytown Piranhas, and we finally get a little separation from Texas A&M as we're going to go up 2 scores, 35-21. Another play action, deep drop, throwing it outside, and it is going to be intercepted again by the Piranhas. He shakes off the tackle, and that is Zach Fowler making the pick 6 for us. What a gritty, physical play by our strong safety, Zach Fowler, and he brings it all the way back for the touchdown. And now, what was once a tie game is now a 3-possession lead for the Peteytown Piranhas. What a fantastic play by Zach Fowler. And Texas A&M get a huge return here as they're going to get it all the way out to the 42. After our pick 6 and the big kickoff return, it's 3rd down and 4 for Texas A&M. And he is throwing over the middle, and it's going to be jarred loose nicely by the defense. 4th down and 4 for the Aggies. And he is going to drop back. He's going to throw a dart, and it is going to be a catch in front of Johnny Whitaker. 3rd and 3 for the Aggies, empty formation. And he is going to drop back. We send a blitz. He throws it where the blitz was coming from, and that is just great execution. 3rd down and 5 for Texas A&M. They're dropping back, and he is going to throw over the middle to his man, and he makes the catch despite the pressure. Throwing outside, his man has it in the end zone right in front of Johnny Whitaker, and Texas A&M is going to pull a little bit closer with just under 3 minutes left in this game, but it is still a 2-possession game. With the onside kick, we are going to recover it nicely. 3rd down and 1 for the Peteytown Piranhas. Byron Talib is going to throw this one quickly to Andre Dimukeji, who can't hold on. Josh Rudadaria is going to come on for the kick to make it a 3-possession ball game. He's going to send this one up, and it is going to go through the middle for the Peteytown Piranhas, and we're going to make it a 17-point game, 45-28. With 1:25 left in the game, Texas A&M has driven this ball all the way down to our 20. So we'll just check in and see what they do here, and they're juking away from us as they're going to get 5 yards. And another sack. It's back-to-back sacks as Ross Moore gets in there, and Texas A&M adds to the misery by having a holding call. 4th down and 15 here. And Texas A&M is going to fire towards the end zone, and it is going to be incomplete. And the Peteytown Piranhas are going to be able to kneel on this one to close out this ball game, as Byron Talib will do just that. And the Peteytown Piranhas are going to close out their 45-28 victory over Texas A&M. Just a lot of scoring, some defense optional moments during this game, but our defense did come up with a lot of turnovers in this one. And that is going to help. That helped our offense with scoring and also just stopping momentum for Texas A&M. And we really took over with that pick 6 we had and just other plays we were able to make today. So happy with how this one resulted in for us. Big yardage in this game as Texas A&M outgained us 443 to 428, and they had 93 yards on the ground while we had 114 and a touchdown. They outgained us in the air with 350 yards to our 314, and they were 10 of 14 on third down while we were 3 of 7. Difference in this game, I believe, was us forcing 4 turnovers on them while we had 2 of our own. Kind of a roller coaster of the game for Byron Talib, as he had some really high highs with big plays, but also some bad interceptions. I mean, the interceptions trying to make a play at the end of the half, and then another one where literally I didn't even see the guy there, so don't know how he could have seen him, but just one of those games where you had things go your way and things not go your way, as he had 314 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks, and no sacks. Elijah Addison continues his very nice play with 14 carries and 102 yards, while Byron Talib had 3 for 12 and a touchdown. Max Martino, the man on the receiving end again, with 12 catches, 121 yards, and 2 touchdowns, while Clayton Tune was huge for us as well, as he had 6 catches, 89 yards, and a touchdown, and Dwayne Mentor had 4 for 40 and a touchdown. With so many yards and points being scored, the defenses were out there quite a bit, and Enrique Moultrie had 14 tackles along with Bobby Younger. Then you had Bruce Tolbert getting 10. A couple of sacks on the day for the Peteytown Piranhas, as Connor Stevens and Ross Moore each got 1. Then you had the Robbers on defense getting picks, with Zach Fowler getting a pick 6, then Lee Pisagnan off a tip, and John Woodhead undercutting a deep route. And can't forget that Lee Pisagnan was part of 2 turnovers today, as he forced a fumble that was ultimately recovered by Johnny Whitaker. And finally, Josh Grudadaria hit his only field goal attempt of the day with a 52-yarder. Got our first recruit of the season, as it's wide receiver Danny Burden, a 5-star. Zach Fowler, with his great performance, was the SEC Defensive Player of the Week. And on the other side of the ball, Max Martino was the SEC Offensive Player of the Week. The visit for Greg Proctor allowed him to get in front of North Carolina, but now we're in a recruiting battle for him. Ohio State trying to make this battle for Jeff Stead difficult, and now we got him on a Week 8 visit to pair with his hard sell. For Kevin Miner, we're going to have him on that Week 8 visit to pair with Jeff Stead. But on the selling side of things, we have this Coach Connection hard sell, but it is the worst of the 2 soft sells that we had him on. And unfortunately, but kind of expectedly, we are locked out on Zach Butler, so he's coming off the board. Not a lot of drama for Byron Ezeki, of course, but I do want to update that we have his hard sell. For James McGinnis, Nebraska is really trying to make this a battle, so we got him on a Week 8 visit to pair with the other guys on that visit. For Caesar Mingo, we're hoping to make this lead even bigger now that we can do a hard sell with him. The playing style deal breaker is back for Delonte Roseboom after we gave up a bunch of passing yards to Texas A&M, so this feels like it's just going to keep going back and forth with him. Nathan Terrell will also be upgrading from a soft sell to a hard sell. As for halfback DeAndre Harris, he's also in first place over Michigan State, and we have his hard sell. And as we hit our last points that we can dole out for guys, we're going to have Salisi Tavasu on social media DM the player, and a soft sell for Conference Legend. Now it's time for a Game of the Week matchup against number 12 Baylor, and they are also undefeated as they won their first 5 games like us, and they have an 84 team overall, so really big matchup here. Defense starts this one with a solid stop on Baylor, so our offense is out here. And we are going to start with a read option. Byron Talib going around the edge, and he's running around some guys, and they finally bring him down at the 39. Hand off, Elijah Addison's got some space to work with, and he's going to reach for the first down. RPO, it's going to be the slant to Dwayne Mentor this time, and he's going to get to the 33. And Elijah Addison is going to push his way forward and get just enough for the first down. Quickly out to Jamal Tavares, and he's going to make the 9-yard catch to get it inside their 15. Third down and inches for the Peteytown Piranhas. Byron Talib dropping back, throwing a quick one, and it's going to be a nice possession catch from Andre Dimukeji. Byron Talib taking this one up the middle, and nobody's there to stop him as the Peteytown Piranhas are going to go up 7-0 off the Byron Talib touchdown run. After the Byron Talib touchdown run, both defenses have gotten stops, and Baylor's in danger of another one as they're on a 3rd down and 7, trying an outside run with their man, and Lee Pisagnan runs him down for a 3-yard loss. Byron Talib going up the middle, and nobody's there to contest him until he gets past the 1st down marker. Byron Talib on a 2nd and short is just going to take it himself and slide down safely. Starting the 2nd quarter, the Piranhas are on 3rd down and 7, and Byron Talib is going to drop back. He's going to throw a slant out there, and we get it complete right before their zone, but apparently they pushed him back so that we don't get the 1st down. 4th down and 1 for the Peteytown Piranhas. Going to send our man in motion, and Byron Talib is looking, throwing over the middle, and it's going to be Clayton Toon making the catch with defenders around him. From Baylor's 12, it's 3rd down and 7 for the Piranhas. Byron Talib dropping back, throwing over, and it's going to be Max Martino on the crosser, and we're going to get to the 4. Off the RPO, and we're going to hold it, and he's going to throw a touchdown dart to Clayton Toon. We have that RPO with a few different options on that play, and it's an option that we don't usually throw on that one, but Byron Talib had enough patience and awareness to get it out to the open man, Clayton Toon, in the end zone. Our defense stops Baylor again, and we're back out on offense after that Clayton Toon touchdown, and Elijah Addison's finding a hole as he shifties his way through. Elijah Addison going to have another hole to run through, and he's going to get it near the 50. 3rd down and 3 for the Peteytown Piranhas. Byron Talib is going to send our man in motion, and he is going to throw it quickly, and Andre Dimukeji turns around in time to make the catch. 3rd down and 6 for the Piranhas, and Byron Talib is going to send our man in motion, and Jamal Tavares is going to go the opposite direction, and Byron is going to throw it over the middle, and it's going to be complete to Clayton Toon to get it just outside their red zone. Flag pushes us back on 1st down and 20. Coming out in an I formation, we're going to stretch it out with Elijah Addison. Can't quite get around the edge, but he gets 6 yards out of it. Over the middle, we're going to get a man on a drag, and it's going to be Andre Dimukeji who just separates there, and he's going to get it inside the 10-yard line. Byron Talib throwing it softly, and it's going to fall right into Clayton Toon's hands as he's got his 2nd touchdown of the day, and the Peteytown Piranhas are going to go up 21-0. Offense comes out first for the 2nd half, and we're going to begin with an Elijah Addison run up the middle for 4. And somehow, someway, we got that out off the RPO to Clayton Toon. That was not how we drew it up, but it was effective. 3rd down and 5 for the Peteytown Piranhas. 3 receivers to the right. And Byron Talib is going to throw over there on the slot underplay, and that's going to be Dwayne Mentor making the catch. 3rd down and 4 for the Peteytown Piranhas. And Byron Talib is going to drop back, throw it over the middle to an open man, and that's going to be Clayton Toon for the 1st down. 3rd down and 1 for the Piranhas. Elijah Addison is going to drop back, throw it quickly, and they left our man open for the stick route, and we execute that perfectly to Dwayne Mentor. Jamal Tavares is going to go up the middle now. Jamal Tavares is separating, and Jamal Tavares is in the end zone for the Peteytown Piranhas. So with Elijah Addison a little banged up here and there, Jamal Tavares comes in, and he's got a lightning strike of a touchdown as the Peteytown Piranhas are going to go up 28-0. 3rd down and 3 for Baylor in an empty formation. And we are going to have a guy get open on us, and he's going to get a 1st down. Over the middle, and it's going to be intercepted there. Nice play. I believe that's Bobby Younger making the interception. Their quarterback just didn't see him in the middle of the field, and he was in the perfect spot to catch that one. And we're going to take over now on their 41-yard line. Over the middle, and it's going to be Andre Dimukeji making another catch to get to the 25. Hand off, Jamal Tavares has a big lane, and Jamal Tavares is exploding again for a touchdown carry. So he's gotten a couple of carries on the last drives, and he has made the absolute most of them, as he's going to make it 35-0. Up the middle, we're going to get some pressure, and it's going to be Derek Burr getting back there for the sack, and they're going to probably have to punt this one away. As the time winds down in the third quarter, getting ready to bring the backups in after a fantastic job by our starters in this game, and I'll see you at the end. So the Peteytown Piranhas complete the shutout against Baylor as we get the 41-0 victory. Just pretty much flawless in this game for the Peteytown Piranhas, and really no complaints from me. That dominance was reflected in the numbers, as the Peteytown Piranhas had 441 yards to Baylor's 124, and we had 203 rushing yards and 3 scores, while they only had 24. Not explosive in the passing game today, but very efficient, as we had 238 yards to their 100, and we were 13 of 17 on third down, while they were 3 of 10. And our defense forced the only turnover of the game. Byron Talib did what was asked of him today, as he had 213 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no picks, and he wasn't sacked, and he only had 2 incompletions all game. Elijah Addison led the way with 17 carries for 81 yards, but Jamal Tavares, all he needed was 2 carries, and he got 56 yards, and both of his carries were touchdowns. And rounding out the running game, Byron Talib had 4 for 36 and a touchdown. Andre Dimukeji led the way with 8 catches and 64 yards, while Clayton Toon had 8 for 55 and 2 touchdowns. Bobby Younger led the way on defense with 6 tackles. Derek Burr had our only sack in this ball game, and Bobby Younger had our interception. And in the fourth quarter, Josh Rudadaria came on and hit 2 field goals with a long of 47. And before we head out for this episode, very exciting news, as we have 5-star QB Greg Proctor joining the Peteytown Piranhas. That'll be all for this episode of the Peteytown Piranhas. In the next episode, we'll be traveling to South Carolina, and then we'll be hosting Vanderbilt and Mississippi State. I'll see you guys in the next video.